everybody, and welcome back to the series. Welcome back to Football Manager 2023, and welcome back to our epic quest across Europe to win every top flight division in the European nations in the base game. Currently in nation number 23, which is, as I'm sure you know by now, is the Ukraine. We are the manager of Dinamo Kiev. We're in our second full season here in the Ukraine. Originally the manager of Zorya, we took over Dinamo Kiev halfway through last season. We recorded a second place finish. We're currently 2/3 of the way through our first full season here as the manager of Kiev, and we're having a very, very good season. Of course, last time you were with us, we were taking on Verez all the way up here. We were on a nice little run. We're still on that little run as well. It's been really, really good. In the next game, we did take on Oblon, the team who we've seen quite a lot of in this adventure in Europe. We left it really, really late. 84th and 94th minute, Paul Piper popped up in a game in which we were very, very dominant. So we continued our winning run there. Beat Legia in the Champions League. We did get through to the next stage of the Champions League, by the way. We did, however, drop points against Ruk, and this was quite disappointing. Obviously, we know how dominant Shakhtar are here in the Ukraine, and we really need to be on the top of our game if we're going to be beating Shakhtar to the title and ending their 40-year dominance. We did miss a penalty in the 57th minute. In a game in which we again had lots and lots of efforts. Rook had their own as well. Their goalkeeper did pick up the man of the match though, so it's very disappointing to drop the points there. Through in the cup quite comfortably. Beat Kolos 4-0 in the league as well. Chemetsi, Ilnitsky and Chorny with the goals, all coming in the first half. And again, another dominant performance. We follow that up against Celtic, 2-1 win in the Champions League. Again, really good result. 2-0 against Lviv. Again, Paul Piper and Zazulia on the score sheet. Another comfortable win, really. Kitbasher were next, 5-1 in this one. Disappointing to concede the goal. We've had a lot of clean sheets this season. It's been really good. Paul Piper with 2, Zazulia, Trevino and Ilnitsky again on the score sheet. Another dominant performance by Dinamo Kiev. Followed it up against Karpaty, a 2-0 win. Very nice in this one. Chorny and Ilnitsky on the score sheet. Again, we missed a penalty though, but thankfully we weren't made to rue this one. Champions League wise, it was Arsenal. It was going to be tough to beat Arsenal. Quite disappointed really that it was a 3-1. But of course, Arsenal is always going to be a tough game. 1-0 against Vorskla. Again, Chorny on the score sheet. Another good performance. 0-0 with Sporting in the Champions League. We were getting to the point where are we going to qualify? Are we not going to qualify? 3-2 against Liverpool. We were actually in the lead in this game. Yeah, we were in the lead. We went 1-0 up. Liverpool fought back to 2-1 in front. We equalised. I thought we were going for a 2-2. And then Zanetti scored the winner for Liverpool in the 85th minute, away from home at Anfield as well. But just look how many shots Liverpool had against us. We had defensively quite a good game, I think, but the match ratings don't really obviously display that. When you look at that XG, the amount of shots that they had, and they've only scored 3 goals, I don't think we can be too disappointed with that. So we needed to pick up a point against Ajax to qualify, and we did pick up that point. They took a 2-0 lead early on. We fought back for 2-2. So we did qualify for the knockout round, in which we came up against Villarreal. But 4-1 in the home leg was fantastic. It was 1-0 in the away leg to Villarreal. There was a crazy highlight in this one where Dragos got sent off. I don't know whether it was it looked like a glitch in the Matrix to me. It was crazy. I don't know what happened. So it was just after Villarreal had taken the lead, and you can see that we've working the ball around nicely here. I don't know what happened between Dragos and the guy who he made the challenge on, but Kobzar's got the ball. He finds Furtu out wide to Dragos on the right hand side, who gives the ball inside to Kobzar. Dragos again gets tackled, and Dragos just goes crazy. He goes all Eric Cantona on the guy in the yellow shirt there. The speed that he moved and then moved back into that position, I really don't know what happened. I can't explain it. Like I say, a little bit of a glitch in the Matrix there. So Dragos did get sent off in that one. We then came up against Real Madrid in the round of 16, and we did get a nice 3-1 win at home, despite Real Madrid dominating the game, which was really good to see. Unfortunately, we went to the Bernabeu. And they thumped us 5-0. So the European adventure is over. It has put loads of money in the bank though, which is really good. In between those 2 Real Madrid games, we did pick up a win against Niver Ternopil, a nice 2-0 win away from home. Zorya and Encinas with the goals. Encinas is a new signing who we're going to go over today. Let's have a quick look at Encinas, because I think he's the only signing who I have made since you were last with us. Indeed he is. We paid £5 million for him, for Nacho Encinas, from VTSC in Portugal. He's actually a midfielder, but we're training to be that segundo volante role. He's actually very, very good in that position, and can, as you can see, he can perform quite well in that position. His match stats, his attributes. We did, obviously, to free up the finance, we did move on Alexander Litvinenko, though, to Olympiacos for 5.5 million, rising to 7 million. He just didn't do it for me in a Kiev shirt. I gave him his opportunities and he just couldn't find the back of the net. So we decided to move him on. So Litvinenko's gone. We've brought in Encinas. We are a little bit short on numbers. You can see the players here who have gone this season out on loan, or either a transfer. The reserve goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper's gone as well. He's gone to AEK. So we're a little bit short on squad numbers. Financially, though, £36.5 million in the bank. With the Champions League money has just been absolutely massive for us. Obviously, we got 8 million for getting out of the group. We got 8 million for beating Villarreal in the knockout, and then we got 8 million for losing to Real Madrid in the round of 16. So massive amounts of money coming in. As far as the league table is concerned, we are currently sat at the top. Shakhtar have dropped some points themselves, which has obviously been key to that. We're currently 4 points clear. We've played the same amount of games. It's a 2-horse race, as you'd imagine by this point in the season. Paul Piper's still romping away at the top of the goal scorer leagues. He's been a fantastic signing for us. But like I say, Shakhtar have dropped points themselves in the league. They lost 1-0 to Kaparti there, which was disappointing for them. They dropped points against Niver 0-0, but they are on top of their game. We have to be on top of our game for if we've got any chance of beating Shakhtar. But you can see drop points. Other than that, it's wins. The 0-0 against us at their place. We are back today, though. We're going to take on Shakhtar, and it's at our home ground. We've got a massive goal difference advantage over Shakhtar as well. I've just seen, I think it's about 16 goals better off, and this is what I mean by the fact that we're short of players. Obviously, these are all out on loan, and Elnitsky's injured, so we effectively can't even name a full bench. So the lineup that we're going to go with for today is going to be Masmoudi in goal. He's been really, really good for us. Conceded 23 in 18 in the Champions League, but obviously 5 against Real Madrid, but 3 in 17 in the league, with 15 clean sheets. Is absolutely fantastic goalkeeping. Only 4 in 29 in the league for us. Full stop is really, really good. Right back today is going to be Tijani. Again, he's performed quite well for us in the league. Happy with him. Trevino comes in as the centre-back for today. He is injured, but he's back to full fitness tomorrow, so not too worried about playing him. He's another one who's had a really good season. Alongside him is going to be Kravchenko. Just signed a new contract with the club as well. Kravchenko, the 31-year-old now, but he's still a very, very good defender. Again, had a very good season. Suleiman on the left, another one who's had a great season across all competitions, despite the fact I don't think he's that good. His contract does run out as well in June, so I may look to extend that. Whether we're here or not, I want to leave the club in a good place still. Krasnikov in midfield, again, Ukrainian. We have to fill out that Ukrainian quota in the match day squad. Remember, guys, I might not even have it filled out as things stand. But Karchenko as the defensive midfielder, and then new signing Encinas alongside him. Obviously, Chimetzi, who we do normally play there, is foreign, so that's the one who I've had to sort of leave out. I'd like to have Encinas and Chimetzi, but I have to go with Krasnikov to get the Ukrainians in there. Onabuchi comes in on the left-hand side today. He's sort of been a bit part player for us, but he is only in as a squad player, but he has performed very, very well when he's been in. Zorya on the right-hand side today is starting to decline a little bit. I don't know why, at only 26 years old, but again, he's had time out on the sidelines with injury, so we have been favouring Chorny, who obviously we may look to bring in off the bench, and then it's star man up top, Paul Piper, banging the goals in for us, 27 and 29 in all competitions. So that's the lineup for today. Hopefully we can beat Shakhtar. That would give us that 7-point lead at the top, which the way things are going, the form that we're in, it's going to be difficult for Shakhtar to catch that up. But we look like we're finally ending that 40-year reign that Shakhtar have had in Ukrainian football. And we're into our first highlight, 12 minutes into the game. Is Shakhtar on the ball? It's Munoz, who's valued at about £200 million, by the way, is Munoz. I don't know why, because he doesn't look overly special, but £200 million. As Shakhtar have the first opportunity, somehow we've got in the way of it. No, Humanuk has put the ball in the back of the net for Shakhtar, and we find ourselves behind in the 13th minute. Obviously, we drew 0-0 with them at their place, so it's disappointing to go behind at home, especially so early on. 45,000 people in the stadium, though, guys. So it's about half full now. we struggle to fill this stadium, even against the likes of Real Madrid. We were still only 28,000 people inside. Why Dinamo Kiev have got such a big stadium when they can't fill it is beyond me. But we're sort of slowly starting to get back into this first half. I don't know what that highlight was, but it's a corner for us. Whatever happened, it's going to be taken by Onibuchi, I believe. It is Onibuchi to take the corner, left-footed. Can he find a teammate at the near post? No, Kravchenko doesn't even jump for it, and it's headed clear. But Onibuchi looking to get the ball back. It's a poor pass though. Moreno cuts it out. That's interesting clearance by the goalkeeper. Absolutely nobody there. But I suppose, hey, he cleared it, and that's all he was supposed to do. And at half-time, we are actually slightly better here. With a slightly better team, we are on top. Disappointing to be behind, though. We need to come and get a goal in this second half. Otherwise, our lead is going to be cut to just the 1 point at the top of the table, and it makes things a little bit squeaky bum time for us. We know how good Shakhtar are as well, so we really need to be at least drawing this. Onibuchi looking to find Trevino, though. The goalkeeper, Bodnar, comes out and claims that one comfortably. As a poor free kick from Onibuchi. But can we win the ball back? It's Chavez feeding it to the left towards Kovliov. Bringing it forward, Moreno. Kovalenko switches the play nicely towards Mina on this right-hand side. We go across to cover. Mina comes back instead to Drak. Drak inside. Piper does really well to cut that one out. Can we get going up the other end? It's Encinas, the new man, finding Suleiman. Checks back, comes back to Kravchenko. Kravchenko feeding to Onibuchi. Takes it past his man. Nice turn. Finds Krasnikov. He's got Tijani on the outside of him. Into the area. Paul Piper with the effort. It's a good save down low by the goalkeeper to deny Paul Piper. Good football, though, from Dinamo. Shoots of us getting back into it. Onibuchi again with the corner towards Kravchenko at the near post. I think it's gone behind for another corner, which Onibuchi again to swing in. Can he find the big forehead of Kravchenko in the centre? It's towards him. Trevino gets there instead, but it's a poor header from the Colombian. So with 15 minutes remaining, we've made a change. We've brought Onibuchi off for Kobzar on the left-hand side. He's having a poor game. Piper's having a poor game as well, but Piper can just spring something from nowhere. Suleiman is also having a poor game at left-back. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything out of this game, though, guys. Shakhtar have had the one shot on target, and it has found the back of the net. We have been, looking at the match stats, we have been the better team, but unfortunately, Shakhtar, we succumbed to defeat to Shakhtar, and that closes the gap at the top of the table down to 1 point. So now the pressure's on us, basically. The pressure's on. We have to go and win probably the last 11 games of the season to beat Shakhtar, unless they drop points themselves. Zorya picking up a nice win there against Dnipro to move them away from that relegation zone. Zorya have had a poor season, really. So, disappointing result there, guys, against Shakhtar. We are going to do the Metalist game as well. I've got a cup game in between, so I'm going to go play that cup game now. We'll come back and we'll take on Metalist, where hopefully we can pick up a win and obviously maintain our lead at the top of the table. In terms of who Shakhtar I've got next, is anybody's going to do us a favour? Our old club Zorya could do us a favour. Let's hope that they can. I'll catch up with you guys again in a minute, though, guys, and we'll take on Metalist. Right, guys, welcome back to the second part of today's episode. You can see on the right-hand side there that Shakhtar are currently at the top of the league. They did actually win their next game, unfortunately. We did win in the cup as well, a nice 1-0 win against the second-tier side. So we are into the semi-final of the cup. We're away today to Metalist, who are the 3rd/4th place team. They were 3rd before Rook. Obviously won their game, but Metalist do now have a game in hand. We have a game in hand over Shakhtar. You can see also in action today against second bottom Alexandria. So you'd fully expect Shakhtar to win that one. But that defeat to Shakhtar really has put the pressure back onto us. The lineup that we're going to go with for today's game is not too dissimilar to what you saw in the previous game. Obviously, like I said, we are limited on numbers. So we're going to go with Masmoudi in goal, Tijani, Trevano, Kravchenko and Suleiman. Pretty settled back four now. Krasnikov, Kobzar and Chimetsi come in. Onibuchi, Chorny and Piper up top again. So, get the game underway. We've got a highlight straight from a kickoff. It's Kravchenko with the ball. Again, we're away from home. Kravchenko finding Suleiman. Kravchenko brings the ball over halfway. Has he got a pass option? He finds Chimetzi ahead of him into Onabuchi. Forward towards Kobzar, and we've opened the scoring after 24 seconds, guys, in this game, which is absolutely great. Of course, we started the season off in this kind of form with fast goals at the start of games. Kind of like how Liverpool used to play under Brendan Rodgers. They used to score really, really quick, didn't they? That's really good. That should put us. It doesn't put us back to the top. I don't know why. It's done on goal scored or something like that. I'm pretty sure we scored more than Shakhtar. I think there's a little bit of a bug going on there. But it is Metalis coming back into the game in the 8th minute. Still, that's a poor pass though. Kravchenko reads it really well. Finds Masmoudi to Trevino. Trevino bringing the ball forward. Switches out to the right-hand side, and Chorny. Chorny comes back to Tijani over the halfway. He's got 3 yellow shirts around him though. He's still going, is Tijani. Pulls it across. It's cut out though, but Chorny picks it up. Has the effort. It's rippled the roof of the net as it's gone over. We're straight into another one though from the goal kick. It's Kovalenko with the goal kick. Trevino wins that in the air. Chorny helps it further on, looking for Piper. Can't get there. But we do win the ball back. And now Suleiman finding Chimetzi to Onabuchi. Onabuchi over the top towards Piper, who's in, and Piper makes it 2. Here comes that guaranteed VAR check. We did have a VAR check for our goal in the cup game as well. Of course we did. It's been disallowed, this one. Paul Piper, apparently offside, is denied his 28th goal of the season. But we're coming again looking for that second goal. Tijani looking to feed Chimetzi with the throw-in. It doesn't get there. Tijani wins the header again though. Now it is Chimetzi on the ball, feeding Trevino to Kravchenko. Forward towards Krasnikov. Out to the left to Suleiman. Suleiman on down the line to Onabuchi. Can he put it across for a teammate? Piper's there, and he does this time get his 28th goal of the season to make it 2-0 to Dinamo Kiev in the 14th minute. Really nice football by the boys there. They found the space out on the left-hand side really well. Some good passing. And it comes with Suleiman. Great ball down the line towards Onabuchi, who just runs his man and does manage to get the ball across, and it's a good finish at that near post by Paul Piper. And we're looking to make it 3 almost immediately. They do manage to get the ball away, but it's only as far as Krasnikov. Chimetzi out to that left-hand side again, and Suleiman again forward to Onabuchi. He's gone for goal himself this time. I think the goalkeeper saved it. It might have been the outside the post, but Suleiman with the follow-up effort is a wasted one on his weaker right foot. 15 minutes to the break now, and it's Onabuchi again. Suleiman with the ball into the box towards Chorny. Gets his head on it again. It's a poor header by Chorny. Got in front of the defender. Really needs to be hitting the target with that one. At least work the goalkeeper. But obviously couldn't quite get over the top of the ball. But we're approaching half-time. You can see Shakhtar are 2-0 up as well. They were quick-fire double from them. But as we approach the half-time, we could extend our lead even further here, which would be really good. Tijani bringing the ball forward. Again, looking to run his defender down the line. He does so. The cross is blocked, though, by the defender. But Kobzar is going to pick up the loose ball. Again, deep on this right-hand side. Bringing the ball forward, unchallenged. Chorny. Defender goes sliding in on him, and Chorny loses the ball. Good tackle there by the defender. As now they look to get out with Montero. Montero forced back to the goalkeeper. I thought we were going to steal the ball there for a second. It's Kovalenko. The ball forward by the defender. Kravchenko wins that in the air. Onabuchi now finding Chimetzi. Suleiman on the left-hand side. This is where we've had most of our success today. Suleiman being allowed to travel a long way. Onabuchi forced inside though and back to Kravchenko. Kravchenko looking for Suleiman down the line. He's gone for Onabuchi instead. It's a good pass. Back to Suleiman. Gets the ball into the box towards Kobzar at the back post. And this time he does get his effort on target. And he finds the back of the net. Shocking goalkeeping there from Kovalenko. For that one to go in. I thought for all the money in the world he was saving that, but it's a shocking piece of goalkeeping. It's good play on this left-hand side again. Onabuchi and Suleiman involved. How the keeper hasn't saved that, I'll never know. And at the break it is 3-0. We've been very, very, very dominant in this game, which is obviously what you want to see. Right, just about an hour on the clock now. We are looking to extend our lead even further. It's Suleiman finding Krasnikov, but we do lose the ball to Melnik though. Now Melnik, Krasnikov goes diving in. He's on yellow card, needs to be careful. You can't see because it's behind my fat head again, but Shakhtar have just taken a further step in their game against Alexandria, and they're now 3-0 up. Sane with the corner for Metalist, a little bit defending to do for Dinamo Kiev here. And Kravchenko does head it away, but Shawnee can't get to the follow-up. It's Sane to deliver the ball again. This time Kobzar does boot it clear, and we've defended that really, really well. And that's the way the game stayed till full time, guys. A nice 3-0 win away from home after the disappointment of losing to Shakhtar and obviously losing the lead in the table to Shakhtar. That's about all we can ask for, really. A nice dominant display. Plenty of goals scored, none conceded again. Unfortunately, Shakhtar did win 3-1 against Alexandria. You can see just how closely matched Dinamo Kiev and Shakhtar are this season. So it's 2 points advantage to Shakhtar. We do have a game in hand, though, which is obviously going to come in handy. We're also 9 goals better off. That is closing that gap in terms of the goal difference there. They are starting to close that in. We've conceded less. We've also scored 6 more. So, in fact, we've only conceded 4 goals all season in 20 games is something really, really special. We do have that game in hand, though, which looks like it's against Dnipro. So we really have to make sure that we do win that game in hand. Otherwise, it is advantage to Shakhtar. And we, like I say, we know how good they are with the 40 league titles in a row. But that's the end for today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, as always. Please remember to hit that like button. Disappointing to be beaten by Shakhtar, especially in the title fight as well, which you can see is definitely a 2-horse race now between us and Shakhtar. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out immensely. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know how you think things are going. And I'll see you all in the next episode, guys. So thank you very much. See you later.